Spurs are still technically alive in the playoffs. They're right there with the Pelicans in the loss column. Greg Popovich team still alive in the playoffs in San Antonio. That's not going to be an easy game for Memphis to pull off. I'm just saying Memphis has a brutal schedule that's taking shape.
I hate to look at the schedule because you have shit like what happened in Minnesota that you don't account for. When you count wins and losses on a calendar, that's just a bad way to do it.
Losses, but look at the teams. Just pull up the teams. You have to analyze it. I'm not saying win here all day. I never do that.
The way we can analyze it, if they win like 75% of their games, they should be in the playoffs.
The Pels, I'm not talking about for the Pels. I don't want to no. It's not about discounting the teams we had to play. Like you said, we lost that game against Minnesota. I'm not saying, oh, well, that's a win. No. I'm just saying, look at the teams on Memphis' schedule. It's not pleasant. There's a lot of teams that's fighting for seeding. There's a lot of teams fighting for a final playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very pleasant situation for them. They're not playing, the T-Wolves, and, I even know they beat us. They're not playing the Hornets or T-Wolves or Hawks. They're not playing those teams up on a schedule. They got some tough teams. They're not playing. Like I said, they play the Knicks. That's one game. I think they got a home game with Toronto.
Tomorrow they have the Trailblazers.
Where's that game at? Is that game?
Jazz. Who knows who's going to be playing in this game?
Games, right?
Road game against the Jailblazers.
Two tough places to play. Utah's a very good home team. Portland's always really loud over there.
Jazz, Saturday, Monday Spurs. These are all road games. Then they go home and play the Thunder, the surprising Thunder.
Tough game.
Bucks.
Tough fucking game.
Pelicans.
That's going to be the big games back to back.
And Grizzlies, a home and home.
21st and the 24th. That could be the deciding moment.
Celtics.
Another tough game.
Raptors.
Raptors a home and home.
Raptors and Raptors. Yeah. Knicks.
That's the one cupcake.
Mavericks.
Tough game again.
At the Trailblazers.
Tough game again.
At the Nuggets.
Fighting for a playoff spot. Those are almost more dangerous
Thunder.
than the 1 or 2 seeds right now.
76ers.
Another tough team.
Rockets.
They're either playing playoff teams or teams that are right there in the hunt. They're not playing many cupcakes that don't have a chance of making the playoffs. That's a scary thing. I would almost say
that's a murderer's row right there.
Would you? That's what I'm saying. It ain't so much about who the Pelicans. The Pelicans have to take care of business. The Pels have to win these games. Take it day by day. I know it sounds cliche, but you got to win one game at a time because that's what happened against Minnesota. They dominated Minnesota last time around. They didn't do that at home. They had a lot of defensive fuck-ups. A lot too many three-point baskets. They turned Malik Beasley into a superstar. Guys like McLaughlin were going off. That whole team looked like they could fucking go for 20 apiece. But tonight, big game. Buddy Hield, our old friend, he's turned into quite the shooter. De'Aaron Fox, excuse me. Think about the football player. Good player, Bagley. They have some talent. They're still in the fight. This Sacramento team. This has got to be, in Northern California. Pels have to handle business tonight. They're on a good little stretch right now. They're playing, they've got their mojo back a little bit.
And luckily, the thing that's tough is, that West Coast, plane ride is not the easiest. You change in time zones, 2 hours. It's not the easiest thing. And
you got a couple of tough
change
games
of terrain.
You got tough games. You got Utah. We talked about Memphis with Utah. We had to play Utah and we had to play the Clippers. That's two fucking contending teams in my opinion. I think Utah is a real sleeper to represent the West. I don't think a lot of people are going to put money on them, but that's a great team. If Gobert is okay, you talk about Gobert with Donovan Mitchell, who's a stud. You got guys like Ingles and Conley. There's a lot of players. They're
a strong team. They're definitely a top 4 team in the West.
They're well coached by Quinn Snyder. They're a very good defensive club. So there's some tough teams. People don't respect Utah maybe as much as they see one of the LA teams like the Clippers or the Lakers, but that's a really good fucking basketball team.
Yeah, they're solid.
You got something you got to disperse upon?
Welcome to the stage, Lil Weemsy.
What's up, Lil Weemsy? I like the activity, man. Weemsy's getting all creative with the Facebook photos and stuff.
And we got a guy that's totally his real name because he's Craven Moorhead.
Oh, that's the best fucking name I've heard on here, man. Craven John Moorhead has entered the building. That's what I'm hearing.
So basically, we got to see what happens tonight. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. But they got a lot of moving and shaking going on in the football world.
Well, let's what happened today. We have a familiar name that has been released by his current or previous employer.
Jimmy Graham. And before anybody asks, no.
So let me ask you this: there's no way Jimmy Graham happens here in New Orleans. You know how I feel about it.
I'm going to tell you. First of all, he probably has more ego than he should have at this point, and he's probably not going to take what it should take to get on to the Saints ball club. I'm still hunting after value guys that that are on the verge of maybe breaking out in the right situation.
But you have Jared Cook.
But I'm talking about if you
you
could run a 2 tight end.
You could
system. I think that would open up a lot of stuff, especially if you can find a second guy that can block a little bit.
But see,
and open up stuff for the running game that you would like to see. Because one guy is 100%. He said today, Alvin Kamara.
Well, no, and Alvin. I don't think Alvin was 100% for most of last year. That's why I blame.
That was obvious. I mean, anybody that watched the game.
Well, and that's why I disagree with Pancho. I think the Dance Bear.
He wasn't 100%. It wasn't about. He wasn't 100%, so he's not going to hurt himself. He needs to get another contract.
Pancho honestly believed that because the man wasn't like being followed with a camera downtown walking around that he didn't give a shit no more about the team. That was just asinine to me. I'm just saying the guy obviously was hurt. He had the high ankle sprain. He wasn't the same player because of that. He played through it. It's not he missed 6 or 8 games because of it. You know what I'm saying? He probably should have, but he played through it, trying to win a Super Bowl. I mean, his team was primed for a Super Bowl run, and it was a disappointing end in the first round.
He played through it, but, I mean, it's been widely criticized for years. The Saints, they'll push a guy to play when they're hurt.
Yeah, the Saints. I mean, they
won't release what's really going on a lot of the time.
Channel 6 ain't gonna tell you that. Sharif Ishak and Fletcher are gonna kind of put the cap down on that. But let's be real.
I mean, it's widely known for years.
But a lot of NFL teams do it.
I know. I'm not saying that they're alone. It's just it's kind of symptomatic of the NFL as a whole. Take these pills and go play.
Well, let's get back to Graham though. I'm gonna make a bold prediction where he ends up. And I mean, I'd like to sit there and try to be creative here, but to me, the easy call is New England. I think obviously Rob Gronkowski's not coming back. It's like Elvis and Tupac. People still thinking they're alive. Gronk's not coming back to the NFL.
But is he gonna want to play with the new New England sans the GOAT?
Well, if Tom Brady's not there, then that goes out the window. If Tom Brady returns, I think Brady to Graham could be a real thing. When you factor in N'Keal Harry, Julian Edelman, there's even talk about them going after AB. I think that'd be a bad move. But I think if they can get that offensive line built up with Michelle and White in the run game, if you could add a Jimmy Graham and maybe one more receiver to go with Harry and Edelman, that could be a pretty stout offense all of a sudden, once again. They had a down year this year. I think a lot of it was offensive line and lack of receivers. But Jimmy Graham would definitely fill that void. I think Tom Brady could make Jimmy Graham a little more than what Aaron Rodgers did. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but I just got to feel Tom Brady, what he's done with tight ends in the past, Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez, Benjamin Watson. He's made guys look really good at tight end. And I'm not saying these guys are good players, but he can get the most out of his tight end.
Count me as a guy. I think he's done. I think he should hang him up.
He won't hang him up. He's got, like you said,
if he wants to have a good quality of life at the end of his life, him moving like that is just going to get him into a concussion.
He wants a Super Bowl. I mean, Graham doesn't have a horrible track record. How many concussions does Graham have? I don't think he has many concussions.
It only takes one season to become a concussion problem.
I mean, it's not like he's got 4 or 5 concussions. I'm just saying. I'll say this about Brady's not a quarterback that's going to get his tight end killed. I mean, you got the best quarterback of all time with the ball where it needs to be. That's the ideal fit for me with Jimmy Graham is Tom Brady and the Patriots if he returns. Now the big talk today is we did an article on this shit, yo. Tailgate504.com. You can go find that shit. It's on our Facebook page.
It's right here.
It's on that shit.
If y'all looking for the website, it's right
that
fucking here.
It's right there. Check it out. Right above the fucking Breeze jersey, the Zion jersey, Kobe.
They have some of the best information you ever seen.
Yep.
Some beautiful ladies.
Half-naked women on there, too. We're going to have sports betting things whenever the state decides to stop being assholes.
Yeah, we're going to have those things called articles.
Articles of good info, man.
Not articles of impeachment. No.
We're not going to get
What's up, Dylan Dunn?
Dylan, what's up, my brother? He's ready for them fucking socks, bro. The fucking socks are going to be at it. Baseball opening day is about 2 weeks away, man. We're getting there. Early opening day this year. I can't wait for fucking baseball to start, man. Cubs, we're going to be doing Barely Legal podcast.
Barely Legal podcast. And we're not talking about a strip club on Bourbon Street. We're talking about baseball.
We're working on that, though. We're working on some remotes in some different places.
Hey, as long as they don't try to fight us over trademarks and stuff, we can.
Ours is gonna be spelled barely.
We could go cohabitate.
This is how fucking clever we are. We got BEARLY legal, so we thought long and hard on that one.
Yeah.
Well, our fans gonna be long and hard watching us on location at the strip clubs.
Nice.
I had to drop that one in there. Hope I don't get fined by the Facebook police.
Hey, if any children are watching, sorry. we should have prefaced that shit.
Late earmuffs. But, the Saints. Here's the thing: the Saints. Not a lot of news right now with the Saints. I mean, we hear about Jamie Collins. That we need to stay far away from that motherfucker as possible. He was a guy who left New England.
Why does he have the coronavirus?
No. There's talks. There's some fans that want him here.
Okay.
I want no part of Jamie Collins. I'm just get that out of the way. We have Demario Davis, one of the best linebackers in the league. Anzalone's coming back. I think we need to re-sign AJ Klein. No room for Jamie Collins. He was a problem when he left. He went to Cleveland.
What about Christian
Kirksey? Coaches. Kirksey's a good player, but I think we have the nucleus. If we could trust
Littleton?
Anzalone's health, Littleton's going to be too expensive, I think. I think Littleton's going to get paid. He ain't going to be a Ram. He's going to get paid. What do you see? You know what, Littleton, where's a good fit for Littleton, man? It's a good question. A team like the Panthers who need a playmaking linebacker all of a sudden,
have a big void.
Do they go after Littleton?
I don't know. I think they may, if they don't get a quarterback in this draft, they may get Isaiah Simmons.
That's a great player, man. I'll tell you, if I'm the Giants, I don't pass on that kid. That kid could be the future. I mean, a great middle linebacker can set defense up the way
a lot of people have them taking the tackle to protect their investment at quarterback.
Oh, go online?
Yeah, offensive tackle.
I think they need
Tristan Wirth.
Man, I'll tell you this. The Giants, this would be the year. I'll say this for the Giants. I know they have some holes, but they have some money to spend. The Giants should go all in on trading up for that lineman. I'm telling you, you cannot pass up a talent like Simmons from Clemson. The dude can fucking ball, man. The dude can ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I pass that kid up. He could be the best player out of this draft.
You don't think he gets
forget
to, what,
Burrow,
6, 7?
Forget about Tua, and I hate to say that, LSU fans, but this guy might be the best player in the draft, Isaiah Simmons. Converted defensive back, turned middle linebacker. He could be the next great middle linebacker in this league. And I think that about Devin White as well with Tampa. I think Devin White is going to have a huge impact for Tampa going forward.
Better than Chase Young.
I mean, look at Luke Kuechly. Kuechly had shit around him. Other than Thomas Davis, he had a bunch of shit around him his entire tenure with the Panthers, yet that was always a solid defense because of Luke fucking Kuechly. I'm telling you, Ray Lewis won Super Bowls, multiple Super Bowls, being the guy. That was a great defense, but he was the guy. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Willis turned the 49ers
That's the quarterback of the defense.
Mario Davis for the Saints. Look at what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
The quarterback of the defense.
Isaiah Simmons can make that deep. And I'm not saying they don't have to protect Daniel Jones, but you've made some investments on the line. To me, I'm drafting Isaiah Simmons that high. I'm trading back up to middle of the first round. I'm getting me the second or third best tackle and going from there. Because you cannot pass up.
If he stayed at safety, he would be the most athletic safety in the league at a linebacker size.
He's an amazing specimen. Fun to watch guy. But let's go on this real quick. So Jamie Collins to me is a hard no. I don't want him nowhere near Airline Drive, in the Saints facility. But Tom Brady, we're hearing at the Bucs now. We wrote this article. I want to get back to that. We were talking about that a few minutes ago. Tom Brady being heavily pursued by the Bucs. I think it makes a lot of fucking sense on both ends. I'm not saying he'll go there. I still bet that he comes back to the Patriots. But doesn't this make sense? Because you're not married to Winston right now. You can let Winston walk.
Well, it seems. Well, all reports have them looking at every single quarterback option, and if they
what
don't,
does that tell you if you James Winston?
Yeah, James Winston.
It's time to get a real estate agent.
Where does he go? One possible land. Yeah, you took you.
It just makes sense. I mean, you go with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and possibly Eckler.
Yeah. Throwing up moonballs to Mike Williams. Mike Williams become
I like that.
a Mike Evans light.
I think that works.
I know Pancho and his dynasty team would love that.
But imagine Tom, like we said it before, Tom Brady with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Ronald Jones, and maybe one of those young running backs like an Akers or somebody they can pick up. If they could revamp that line, they have the money to do it. They got the draft, status to do it. They're picking 14th in every round, I believe. Tom Brady could be a good fit in Tampa, and that would be scary as a Saints fan. I mean, he doesn't have that much time left. Let's be real. But if Drew Brees is here for another year or two, and Tom Brady's here, boy, how interesting does that get in the NFC South? I mean, NFL, Roger Goodell's.
Do you really think Tom Brady would sign with a team that drafted a kicker twice inside the first 4 rounds in 6 years?
What does he have to prove? He's got 6 Super Bowls. What, 6 Super Bowls?
He doesn't want to go somewhere to just
Brady
be in the
run. 6 Super Bowls.
He doesn't want to go somewhere to be in the running.
But I'm just saying this. Let's be real. Let's look at a team. Let's stop for 1 second. Okay, let's look at a team. Let's compare real quick. Receivers. Huge advantage with Tampa. It's the best duo in the league with Godwin and Evans. So that's off the market. Running back, I like Michelle and I like White. But if you I like what I saw from Ronald Jones. If you throw Ronald Jones and let's just say a Taylor or Akers or whoever, you could be what if not better. Offensive line's the problem. But the Patriots line sucked this year, losing Trent Cole.
Do you think he wants to
Trent Brown.
Do you think he wants to step right back into a questionable offensive line? That's why I think if he leaves, I think he'll go to the Titans. I think that'll be the best